Oh, I should probably set some sort of poll. Hello, good morning. How are you? It's nice to see you back here again. I wonder. Hello, everybody. I don't know if you see my poll down below. I am from, I guess San Francisco is where I'm closest to in California. So, hello. Whoops. Hi. Where are you from? California. I don't know if that's distinct enough. Where are you guys from? That's what I'd like to know. Hi, sister. Wow, hello from Tamil Nadu. That's really cool. I'm doing really good. MSK. Doing pretty good. It's about 11:30 in the morning here where I am. It's pretty chilly today, and I am obviously still in my robe, drinking my protein hot cocoa. I'll show you here. Look at that. It's a little nice and foamy on the top. Very warm and comfy. So I'm sipping on that and trying to say hello to everybody. You probably see my poll. Wow, I got a lot of people saying hi today. Oh, very, very sweet. Awesome, cool. So we got a good amount of people who do like to talk about psychology. That's pretty cool. You can also let me know what else you like to talk about, but I think primarily that's kind of what I'm going for today. Hold on one second, I'm like noticing my lips are dry as heck. Who else uses Vaseline for pretty much anything? I use it for my lips mostly, but yeah, the weather today It's like the sun's out a little bit, but it's mostly been overcast all morning. So, and we kind of are expecting rain like all week, which is kind of a first of the season. I mean, we've had a couple rains, but to have rain expected all week, this will be good for our dry grass here in California. If you know anything about California, we've got lots of summer fires. Even though we are branded as like the sunny state of, you know, the US, the sun kind of dries out all the grass, and so we tend to have a lot of dry grass here. But with the rain, it makes everything nice and luscious again. Thank you, guys. Very sweet. Let's see. Well, physiology is a little bit different than psychology. Physiology's got to do a little bit more with the body, and psychology's got to do with the study of human behavior. So I hope that answers that question. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. So now we've got about 50-50 of that vote, of that poll of do you like to talk about psychology? Okay, cool. What aspects of psychology do you guys like to talk about, or what do you ponder on? All of that. Oh, thank you. So I've said this a couple times. I don't know if I should like have a note somewhere. It's really cool that you guys like to know where we're all from. So I don't know if anyone's been here from the very beginning. Where am I from? I'm from California. Can you do me a favor? Oh. I guess it depends on what it is. My height, I'm like 5'7.5", and I'm 30. Yeah, that's a good answer, Italiano. We're all from our mamas, aren't we? Here's another good poll I could write. Thank you. Let's see. Now the Vaseline really helps to moisturize them. But I can't help but to notice that my angel's touch has gotten very prominent, and I never did anything for that. I think it's just genetics. What was the poll I was gonna ask again? Oh, that's a good question. What part of... Don't want to give it away. What do you like? Or... Okay. So I want to see your guys' response to this. Oh, thank you. I am 30. My Insta is my first and last name, Madeline Hatch 21. I hope that helps. I don't know. I can't really write that anywhere. But yeah, follow me there. I'm kind of more into fitness there. In fact, I'm trying to make a whole separate fitness page for my LLC that I have right now. But yeah, my personal Instagram page is public and just kind of a lot about life and a little bit of fitness. Is there a girl? Wait, there is a girl I like. She also likes me, but her bestie always comes between us. So what can I do? Yeah, I've got nice long hair. Let me just see. Okay. about 60-40 split so far on the poll. Let's see. That's an interesting question. So you're talking in terms, this is kind of social psychology. If you will. So are we trying to figure out just in general what you should do? I liked your question about her bestie always comes between us. So I've had a situation like this too from my side, where I was kind of talking to a guy and a friend of mine came in between that, and it was kind of weird. That's sometimes, if you think about it, like, I'm trying to think of what angle do I take this at. So anybody can choose to be together. In our minds, women to women, when we choose to be best friends, it's hard to let other people come between us too. So if they're besties and the besties can't quite let anybody else into each other's life, then you might not want to come between that. But if it's like you like this girl and she likes you back, but she can't have a conversation to tell her best friend that this is, someone who I want to be with, and they can't respect that, then I honestly just wouldn't even come between it. It's, if that person likes you back enough, they will do their best to hold that boundary with their best friend and tell their best friend to, like, back off. In a nice way, obviously, but you get what I mean. Like, tell their best friend to say, like, I want to date this person. Like, why can't you just let me be with this person? Because I think at this point, you trying to intervene and trying to think of a game plan of what you should do is kind of just doesn't actually solve the problem at the root. So it's, not really got anything to do with you, but it's that person who won't let that girl that you like, they won't let you have that relationship that you want to have. So sometimes it is, the girl just trying to protect their best friend because the guy might not really even be that great. And, maybe they just have high standards or something like that. I don't know if that's kind of a vibe you've been getting. But that's my take. Those are my thoughts on that matter. So I hope that helps to some extent. Praise request. What do you mean, Sumit, by, oh, please open the hair? You mean like let my hair down? Okay. So yeah, there's a catch. So yeah, so have you ever asked yourself a bigger picture question of, like, why are you even around this type of energy when maybe there's someone who's completely clear about what they want? If, this could just turn into a really ugly trio type of situation, unrequited love in all directions. It doesn't seem like it's very productive to be in a situation like this. But that's just also kind of like the business standpoint Like if, I don't know, some people kind of get sucked into a situation where they're in this three-way love triangle. So, kind of seems like it's a little bit more of a two-way love triangle where both of the girls like you, but you only like one of them that isn't the troublemaker, I'm guessing. But then the other girl who likes you is a troublemaker and you don't feel anything about her. Am I right? Oh my goodness. Yes, I do have a boyfriend. He is the best. Thank you. Let me just pause that other thought. Maybe we'll get an answer, but I wanted to address this going on. I'm being stalked by my ex-wife's new boyfriend and he's a cop. What should I do? What do you mean by you're being stalked? Like, how far is this person going with their stalking? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know, but she always tries to come between. I ignore her. If she's always trying to come in between and you ignore her, the ignoring isn't really quite helping. If that's the case, I don't think that, but I also don't think that's saying anything rude. Speak to her mind. Don't speak to her actions. Speak to her overall behavior. Because clearly her actions are showing very irresponsible behavior, right? And sometimes people just act out of immaturity, but if you speak to their higher maturity, that can sometimes bring them out of that immature behavior. And so I hope that helps. Let me come back to this other one, following to and from work. Interesting. Have they said why they're doing that, or do you can just really tell that the boyfriend is following? Do they have a reason? Do they have a reason for why they're following you? Like, do they have an accusation like, oh, apparently, like, you know, it just makes the girlfriend feel safer, or like they said this, you know, they said that I'm being erratic even though I'm like not, or I don't know, whatever. I'm curious. I would let my hair down, but it's a little on the greasy side. I'm gonna wash it tonight to get ready for work tomorrow. So I'm just kind of leaving it back. No reason, just harassing. Oh, that's not cool. I don't know if my eyes are green. I think we all have a little bit of black, you know, around in the center and around. But I think my eyes are kind of greenish right now. Sometimes they're a little more on the blue side. No reason, just harassing. That is so messed up. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Like one day oh, wow. And so back to the unrequited love triangle case going on. Wow. Okay, so I have 2 questions for you then. Where are you guys all meeting, and how does this best friend keep getting into the picture? If you're with or trying to date someone and a best friend keeps coming into the picture. Are you at school or are you at work, or like what, where are you, how do you all manage to get into the same picture? I am dating someone and there's nobody getting in the way. You know, like there's nobody trying to, there's none of my friends, none of his friends are trying to get in the middle. Like what situation are you in right now that's like college friends? College friends. So you are meeting at college. Been divorced for 6 years now. So you've been divorced from this person. They got with someone new. They've been harassing you because it's an intimidation tactic, isn't it? Like it is to prove that they are the alpha. That they are the alpha and they are the protectors of that said girlfriend, I suppose. That is my guess. Whew, it just got really bright. Getting a good streak of sunshine. Yes, and it's an intimidation tactics. Interesting. Okay, this is something that I kind of want to know. In the male intimidation language, is there any way to make them intimidated back? I mean, I guess you kind of can't if you're technically facing a cop, and then if you do anything, then it's, you know, held back against you, so there really probably isn't that much for you to do, right? Oh, this is my robe. It's not really a sweater. I think when me and the girl I like, I gotta kind of get out of the sun. It's a little too bright. Girl. I think when me and the girl I like come together. Okay, so if it's just you guys, then and the other girl doesn't intervene, then I think like that's how it should be. Like, don't let anybody intervene in what's going on, and you know, that just allows you time to focus on the relationship and not focus on trying to block everybody from getting in the way of you having a relationship. Justice, I think what you should do is, well, okay, so obviously you probably drive to and from work at the same time, and are you like on the same route, or do they just, first of all, I actually have to say, does this cop / boyfriend not have a life? Like, can he not, has he seriously been doing this for 6 years? Like, that's crazy. I would definitely sketch me out to have someone try to intimidate that way, but they also just need to get back into their own right mind. They need to stop doing that. That's not professional for being a cop. Just because you have that title doesn't mean you have to abuse it in that way. I wonder, what I think you should do, Justice, is call the local police station wherever he is from, like whatever, if he's a cop, he has to be working for either the city or whatever, right? Call the city or wherever he works from, and if you have his information, his name, his badge number, whatever it is, freaking tell on him, freaking snitch on him, because that ought to do something. That ought to show that, like, he needs to stop using his title for the wrong things. Now, if he claims that, like, oh, you've done something bad and he's after you and blah, 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 then that's not, then you need to fight back on that too, because if that's not true, then silly, isn't it, you guys? Silly things that people start doing, and they just go down a wrong path in their mind, and they just think that certain things are okay to do, and it's really not okay to do. So I think that would be the highest level, the highest version of yourself thing that you could do is not act as lowly as they do to try to get them to stop or to get them to whatever, because that reaction is just validation to keep going and to keep fighting and to keep going forward with what they're doing, and that's not what you want. You actually want to be the bigger person and tell them to, like, stop. It's not okay. So I hope that's helpful. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going back to the poll. What part of psychology do you like, normal or abnormal? What parts of abnormal psychology do you all like to talk about? I mean, I kind of think that the behavioral things that people are doing in these cases are definitely borderline abnormal things. They're just not things that you should be doing. I'm hoping that the rest of your guys' life is pretty normal and no one else is harassing each other. Whew. If I go to supervisors, doesn't make... It shouldn't, like, it really shouldn't make him want to keep doing that. Like, if you're... If he were to, well, you would assume that by you doing that, that endangers his job. So if they care enough about how professional they are and, like, what they do for the community and how they help people do good things, then that obviously being, harassing the community is not aligned with that. And so if he gets caught for doing something like that doesn't align with their mission to save the community, keep the community safe, and all these things, then he could get in trouble for that. And so depending on how serious they take that, could really show that you're not messing around here and you need this to stop. So going back to what used to be the two-way triangle is now just a one-way requited love interest situation. Well, I don't know if you would probably want to, like, you'd almost want to ask her where she wants to be proposed, honestly. That seems to be like a case-by-case situation. I mean, obviously, like, I'm a girl, I would kind of have an idea of, like, what's the best places to be proposed to, but that's just based on my own preference and my own likes and whatnot. You know, it also depends on, does she want her family to be there? Does she want other people? Does she not? Like, you kind of want to get to know her well enough to know what she would prefer and where and how, if that helps. Yeah, now you're really talking, Justice. I want to write a letter to my senator. Now you're really talking. Thank you, Anch. That means a lot to me. I've been kind of insecure about my voice for a long time, but there really is no way to get yourself out there without talking and just kind of getting over the fact that you might be insecure about your own voice. You kind of just have to get over it. So it is kind of nice to hear other people say, like, I like it. It's actually kind of fine. But let's see. Yeah, so going back to Justice, definitely write a letter first, like, seriously. Now you're talking to the top dogs who have a ton of authority and who have a lot of power and who can make that change and who can make something happen. So yeah, even better, do that. Because if you don't feel like you're the supervisors of the cop guy would do anything, then you need to go even higher. Can I talk to your supervisor? I was cold earlier, but I have been sitting in the sun and I actually feel a lot better. I'm almost actually a little bit too warm. I'm not technically married, but I am just been in a relationship for about 1.5 years now, and we're very happy, and marriage has definitely been talked about. It's on the table, it's in the cards. So that's probably going to happen within the next few years. Thank you. I've been told that I have a Roman nose. It's like nice and narrow from the front, and then it's just like bam. You want to know your voice, what kind of vibes give? Yeah, I kind of do, actually. That'd be interesting to hear your take on that. Here's the weather today. So there's the sun, and it's just super overcast. That's funny. So yeah, Justice. Do you have access to ChatGPT, Justice? Excuse me. What? You never heard of ChatGPT? What the heck? Okay, so I've set that as a poll. I want to know if other people have access to ChatGPT too, because that thing writes letters for you. So maybe oh, thank you, Anj. That's very sweet. Huh. Interesting. Not very many people have that. I thought that was pretty widely known. Maybe that's just over here in the Silicon Tech part of California. I guess that would make sense. But well, Justice, are you gonna write this on your computer? Please tell me you have a computer. You know, I've never done I don't know, what do you call it nowadays? Do you walk with me through my crib type of video? Okay, good. That's a good first step. Yeah, MTV Cribs, yeah. There we go. Yeah, I certainly don't have an episode on that show. That's funny. See, like, this is just kind of more of my office-y part of my room. I'm like in this little nook area. It's kind of, while the rest of the upstairs has a higher ceiling. Okay, Justice, what you're gonna do with your computer? Do you have a program where kind of like Google Docs or Microsoft Word or anything that you can like type up a letter? There's all these features on the side. Apparently I can do certain things. Interesting. Okay, cool. So depending on which one you have, I would get that going. I don't know if you were thinking of writing like a letter, you know, paper and pen, or if you were thinking of digital. I'm pretty sure if you write one digitally, you can just email it to your senator, and that's just free and easier. So I don't know if you were thinking of writing it down on paper, but these would be good instructions to go to if you're gonna write it digitally. Huh, 50-50 split and who has access to ChatGPT. Maybe ChatGPT is just something over here. That's crazy to think about. Oh yeah, and Justice, where are you? Like I'm guessing you're on like the more of the East Coast, because I'm on the West Coast. Like, where are you? Oh, bye, Ansh. I hope to see you again next time. good luck with everything and the girl you've been with. Hopefully the drama settles down. Let me know how things go. If you're in Connecticut, I almost think that everyone in the US probably has access to ChatGPT. Maybe you just weren't told that it was a thing and you just don't know that it's online already. You have access to the internet, I'm assuming. If so, I forget what the website is called, honestly. I don't know if you can tell, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm like really close to everything. Yeah, you just go to chatgpt.com. Or that too, yeah. Whew. This is pretty much how I get a lot of my emails done, a lot of my like business stuff done. Sometimes I have these ideas, but I really just don't have the brain cells to like write the whole letter because I get way too emotionally caught up into it, and I just need something objective and, that writes it for me. And ChatGPT does that. And so you can say something like, write me a letter to the senator of Connecticut. That's what you said, right? Yeah, the letter, I don't know, your local senator in Connecticut. And if there's any laws or anything right now being passed on police things, you bring in evidence and other things in there. And depending on how closely he follows you, you could probably even take a picture. You could do all sorts of things. Make it a really robust letter. Good question, Italiano. Well, I guess it's a couple things. For several different reasons. It's one of them, it's for my own personal growth. It's for my own it's for my own socialness, it's for my own brain growth, it's for, psychology type of reasons. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So copy and paste those into either attach it to whatever email you send in, into the email that you'll eventually send in, or copy and paste it into the doc. So yeah, other reasons why I'm live streaming. So obviously my channel, so I'm just trying to add more to my channel, and I feel like I can kind of interact with people a lot better who are already subscribed or not subscribed. I can kind of meet new people and exercise my skills while still helping. And you're a professional. It kind of seems like I'm a professional. I think that I have just been taught very well of how to go about these things. So yeah. I will say though, since it's been about 45 minutes that I've been chatting and talking, I'm already getting tired. Whew. I can't seem to really keep up a whole lot of energy, it seems like, which is kind of a bummer. But and I hope you get some attention on this. People used to call me Maddie all the time back in high school because I was into sports, and for some reason that was just everybody's go-to version of my name. I mean, I suppose it's fine. I've kind of become more of a fan of my full name. But if you must, then you must. I will still respond. You have pictures of license plates. You have a lot of good evidence. Yeah, I go back to my childhood, and I've always been called by my full name or other family names. You get family names, not just nicknames, but you get what your family calls you. But then you go out into the world and everyone else has already predetermined that you're not your full name or your family name. You are now this name. That just gives your whole personality a ring to it, apparently. And you stick with it because you want to fit in, and you think, all right, that's fine with me. I don't mind that at all. It's kind of cute. I kind of like it. But I don't know. Then I've gotten to be in more professional settings, and it's just not the same. You can't be in a sporty setting and be called Madeline, and you can't be in an office setting and be called Maddie. I don't know. Maybe you can. It's really not that much of a big deal in reality. But I certainly haven't been called Maddie at work. I've been always called Madeline, so. So yeah, I don't know how much more help you'd like from me, Justice. Think that I've kind of got the ball rolling for you, or do you still need some more assistance? Interesting. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I have officially have gotten tired, and if I push myself anymore, I'll probably start getting a little bit more of a headache, and that won't feel very good. So, I'm gonna call it good for now, but hopefully, if you have subscribed, we can kind of continue in the next live that I do. I kind of like to do these on Sundays and periodically throughout the week, depending on how I'm feeling. So yeah, hopefully we'll get to chat again. I didn't hear from Justice. If you're all good for now, and you let me know if you got that letter. I'll hold you accountable. We need to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, I don't know what it is about talking. Talking a lot has always just been very, very exhausting. Some people find it super energizing and I don't know what it is. It's just, and I have water beside me and I have had food. I haven't exercised yet. I was gonna do that here soon. It's my upper body day, so I was gonna do an upper body workout. But I don't always find strength training to be all that exhausting. If anything, it gives me more energy. So, okay. Let's see. So, if you're not good at forming letters, this is where ChatGPT comes in. Do you have that pulled up on your computer? Yay. I'm glad. You'll be able to stick around. You'll be able to chat and accomplish life's greatest issues so that we're all ahead in life. That's a really good feeling. But yeah, if you have ChatGPT pulled up, you can just say, write me a letter. Oh, you were currently at work. That does throw in a little bit of a wrench. Thank you, Sumit. If you're currently at work on a Sunday, what the heck? What are you doing at work on a Sunday? Okay. Is it easier to just write down a prompt and then look it up later when you are at home or something? Or can you look it up on your phone? Or you could even download the app. The ChatGPT is an app as well. If that's a little bit easier, maybe you don't have certain access to certain websites on your computer at work, I'm assuming. Excuse me. But yeah, you would just have ChatGPT write the letter for you, copy and paste it into the doc, and then send the doc to the senator. It's basically that's basically what you would want to do. I go live. It's pretty sporadic. If it makes more sense or if it's helpful for you, for you guys to have a consistent schedule to go by. I could try like in the mornings. I was doing like kind of a get ready with me in the mornings. I haven't done that in a while. I could probably do that again. But if it's 12 right now, and it's usually I start my routine at like 4 in the morning. I don't know what time that would be for you guys. 4 a.m. for me. But yeah, I can try again in the mornings, probably maybe even after work. That could probably work too. But yeah, I have a 9 to 5 right now, so during the week it's a little bit harder to go live, like on my own terms. Look it up. Okay, so Justice, look it up on your phone. I think maybe I already said it. You can download the app or go on the website and then have ChatGPT write the letter for you and what you want it to say, and it will just do the whole thing for you. And then, like I said, copy and paste into the doc. And then find the right email to the right senator on the right website, all of that kind of stuff. You don't even have to do it right now if it's really too much. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. And I hope that we can chat again soon. Let's see, if I want to give you the independence to be able to knock this out on your own, you know. If by the time, or if you follow me maybe on another social media platform, but if by the time we go live again and and you're on and you still haven't figured it out or gotten to the right place or whatever the case is, let me know, and then we can pick up from where we left off. But I'm sure that it'll kick in and you'll be able to knock it out of the park. But if you really can't figure it out, I'll help you. I'm gonna go rest my lungs really quick. Rest my brain a little bit. But yeah, it was really nice meeting you guys. Really nice to chat a little bit, and hope to see you next time. Bye.